Pop. Did you already leave your pad?
Hey guys, happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. All right. Looks like we're generating auto captions. Let's see here. Give you some time to find me. We've got our Card Club for Cool People bonus project today. I love this one. All right, so if you are just joining us for the first time, I'll tell you a little bit about Card Club while we wait for everybody to find us. Then I'm going to give you an opportunity to join our paper sampler and sketch series. Just going to go over that really quick. So we're going to do just a little bit of housekeeping things while you find me. I'm trying to find me on another device too. So, all right, you guys. Happy Friday. I'm excited for the weekend. I've got Corn Pop in the office with me today, my little girl. Hey, Jessica, happy Friday. She's behind me on puppy training pads, eating an apple, and that makes my heart happy. What do you guys got planned for the weekend? Anything? If you guys have followed me for a while, you have heard all about my Aunt Mare. She was doing prize patrol for us for a while. I haven't seen her in a bit. She's been taking some time for her own personal life, but we're going to have dinner with her tomorrow, and I'm excited about that. Corn Pop, Jan says hi. Jan says, hi, Corn Pop. Yeah, she's going to town on an apple, Jan. It's really cute. Good morning, Teresa. Hey, Margaret. Happy Friday, everyone. Mary Jo says, happy Friday, right? Friday for sure. Tony says, liked, shared, and made it back just in time. I'm glad you're here, Tony. Hello, everybody. Margaret says, how is Corn Pop? She's pretty good, actually. She's having a really good day. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep her on the puppy training pads that she's on behind me, but I haven't felt like putting a diaper on her for a while. So, but yeah, she's doing pretty good. Let's see here. I look like I'm frozen up. Can you guys hear me? Or am I right in the struggle bus of technology today, it looks like? All right, let me know if you guys are seeing me frozen. I think... Beck says, I'm here. Hi, Becky. Hi, Deepa. Happy Friday. Deepa says, I can hear you. Can you see me? Am I frozen up? I look frozen up on one of these windows I got going on. All right, looks like we're doing okay on YouTube. Looks like we're doing okay on Facebook. All right, you guys hear me fine, see me fine, loud and clear? Good. Good morning, Cliffy. Hey, how are you? All right, you guys, so I've got a really fun project for you today. And let's get over here and see how we're looking. All right, if you are Card Club for Cool People, this is your bonus project. And what we like to do is a little something that we share on the blog, three-dimensional usually, to match your card club. So if you got the packet and you have the extra supplies, then you can use them up. So bookmark this video or back to the blog, and we will have the project sheet and stuff posted for this later today. Bookmark that one because you can grab the PDF and use your card club supplies to make this project. Diva says your hand hasn't moved on Facebook. Isn't that interesting? Weird. Because I am holding up the thing. Hold on, Violet's here today. Maybe she can help me figure out what the major malfunction is. Interesting. Let me try to refresh this. Yeah, something's a little crazy. I might just start all over again, you guys, because it's looking a little nutty. Okay, let me try something else really quick. One more thing. Let's try that. And then that looks right. So let's see if we can start it. You guys, I hate technology. Share in the comments about, there we go. Now you guys probably see my hand, I hope. If not, then I might have an issue. Now you guys should see my project again, hopefully. And now you should see me waving to you. Let me know if you saw all that like that. Yep, no movement, but good audio. All right, let's see. Let me take a peek at this. All right, we should be back in business on the video. Yay, things are moving on Facebook. All right, good. Sorry about the big hand in the way. All right, let me see. I might have to just adjust a little bit more. Don't get seasick, but I'm glad we don't have to start over. It's always something with the technology. You know what? I didn't sign up for this to be an IT guy. I like stamping. All right. Pam says good now. Moving on both. Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you for letting me know that. All right, good. It was really strange, and I hope that that's the end of the technical glitches. All right, let's talk about really quick Card Club, and then we're going to talk about Paper Sampler. You guys are joining the second round of the Paper Sampler, and I am already ordering products for it. As your orders come in, I'm putting in the Stampin' Up! Order for the paper. So far, if you've paid me for the second round of the Paper Sampler, then I've ordered your products. And we are holding links open between right now and Monday for our second round of Paper Sampler. All right, so let's start with that because we're going to breach that subject. All right, so Paper Sampler, what is it? We've got 3 levels. We've got just the paper. We've got the sampler with concierge sketches, and we've got the sampler with just PDF sketches. All right, so 3 levels to choose from, and then we have a cardstock, 2-tone cardstock add-on pack. So if you want to join us, we're going to have 3 Fridays starting a week from today, and we're going to alternate Fridays so I can get some 3D projects in between, and we can spread it out a little bit, especially for our second round who are just joining us for products. All right, so what is our dates for sampler series? Our sketch series is going to run January 31st, and then I will be live on the 7th, but we're going to skip, and then February 14th, we'll have sketch number 14, and February 28th, we'll have sketch number 15. All right, that's our sketch series portion of it. They're going to be in my normal noon live. So you can collect the sketches, and you can, let me help you. You can collect the sketches. 13 and 15 are already on the blog. And, oh, you guys, I got to get Gideon to get this bird. She had a raisin stuck on her beak. She couldn't get it off of her beak. Hold on, let me see if I can get her to peek in here. Oh my gosh, this is what lives are for. If you want the clean video for this project, it'll be posted later today. Hey, calm down, Poppy. Calm down, Poppy. You want to say hello? Let's see if you can say hello. All right, let me stand up with you and you see if you say hello. There's Corn Pop. Say hello, Poppy. Say hello, Corn Pop. Look up here. Corn Pop, look up here. That's Corn Pop, you guys. And she is doing, she's doing better. It's way too cold to put her back outside, so she's become a house chicken. And she's had a lot of soaking for her vent issues, and so her feet are a little slippy, and got a butter beak and got a raisin stuck to it. So she was walking around behind me trying to get the raisin off her beak. Christina says, hi, Corn Pop. Nancy says, beautiful nails today. Hey, thank you. I told you guys last time I'm trying the Rugged Beauty. I found it at Violet Salon. It's non-toxic. I used to, if you look back in my videos, I go back and watch my history sometime. I used to paint my nails all the time, but they got so dried out, and I'd rather have healthy nails than polished nails. So since that was the case, I'd done all my life with naked nails. And so I tried this one out. It's been about maybe 6 weeks of pretty constant wear, a couple of different colors. And then they have a lavender oil polish remover. And so far, so good. So non-toxic. The lavender oil polish makes like a treat for your nails when you remove it. And it's been fun. I was going to put a link in the description below because they do have an affiliate program. So if you don't have any Stampin' Up! Orders from me, but you want to try non-toxic nail polish, it's a fun way you could support the channel. Cliffy says house chicken. Right? I thought Corn Pop was a cat all this time. What a surprise. Oh, yeah. Elena, no, Corn Pop's my chicken. We have a little backyard flock, and Corn Pop was struggling at the beginning of the winter. So we brought her in to kind of help her along, and now it's just too cold to put her back outside. Oh, she finally found a spot on the floor in the sun to lay down. I think we'll be okay now. You guys are just the best. Thanks for putting up with all the personal stuff, like my damaged nails and my non-toxic nail polish find. I have to say, I really did miss polishing them. And so I'm so happy about that. And putting up with my personal stuff like my chicken. She's just so sweet. She's been through a lot. She's been through a lot. She used to be our most athletic. Like, she was strongest. We called her Corn Pop because she was the toughest. She was right at the top of the pecking order. She jumped the highest for treats. She was just so strong. And when she got sick, it's so different, you know. She's kind of clumsy now and just getting along. All you guys who have pets, you know what a place in your heart they get, right? Peggy says she's so cute with her floppy purple comb. That's a sign of, you know, that she's just not well. But I love her. I love her. I love her. Nancy says with the price of eggs these days, that's a good way to support the channel. Yeah, they don't lay a lot when the days are short like this. We actually had to go to Costco and buy some eggs, but we made sure that all those girls knew that it was shameful that their owners had to go to Costco and buy eggs. All right, so my Facebook friends, I just tuned into the comments on this device. So somebody leave me a comment so that I can see if the comments are moving. I think that the video is moving pretty fine everywhere. All right, real quick details on the sampler, because if you are considering this, you want to get the links and pay for it. If you're an email subscriber, we sent them out last night. It's in the email newsletter that we got. Check your spam, check your junk, check your promotions. The links are right in there. You can just click and pay, because the plaid and the Floral Delight are low inventory. So when those two go on a stop sell, then I'm going to close the links again. But if you have paid me for it, I've gotten your plaid and your Floral Delights. Your sampler is already ordered. So our Just the Paper sampler is going to have a bit of new catalog paper, online exclusive paper, and scrapbooking brochure paper. So you're going to get your sampler. It'll be packed just like this. We send it out in an envelope. We use Ground Advantage or Priority, whichever is less expensive, because both have tracking and $100 carrier liability should you need it. We pack them so that you can flip them over. Every sample is then labeled, and on the label it tells you what colors coordinate with. All right, so we keep 12 by 12 and 12-inch pieces so that you have the most versatility. Every once in a while, we'll pack something together between one divider, so check your labels and then look for that item under that same divider, so like the vellum, as the other item the Floral Delight. And this is Floral Delight is one of the ones that's on low inventory right now. So we're just keeping the links open for a short time. Ocean Friends. All right, so then that's how it goes. Then your 6x6, same kind of label system. Plaid is the other one that's low inventory right now. As of this morning, everything's still in stock, so our links are still open. Everyday Skies, and then the beautiful bouquet. And then if you get the PDF sketches, or if you get the concierge sketches, the concierge sketches are the 3 newest ones laminated for you. Okay, 13, 14, 15. So if you've done our previous sketch series, you can add right to your collection. If you get the PDF, then you're going to get PDF 1 through 12. I mean 1 through 12 and PDF 13, 14, 15. So you're going to get the whole collection. If you get concierge, look out for an email with that compiled PDF for you too. All right, the PDF levels will also include the ribbon that we're using in this series, which is this cream mauve ribbon and the low profile dots. So either of the sketch options, concierge or PDF only, will include the ribbon. If you'd like to add on the two-tone cardstock sampler pack, when you check out, you'll have a little radial box and you can click add two-tone cardstock. If you add the two-tone cardstock, then we are going to give you one of each celebration pattern from the 3 packs. That's 24 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper for free. All right, so if you add on the cardstock, then you get this. We pack the add-on with we pack the freebie with the add-on, because you get the freebie by ordering that on. So don't look for your celebration paper in your designer series paper. Your celebration paper will be packed with the add-on, because the add-on is how you got this free gift, okay? Two-tone cardstock add-on pack is a very nice way to try that new product and then decide if you're going to commit to collecting the colors, because in the next annual catalog, the full 40 colors, the whole color families will be available in two-tone cardstock. So you can get a little bit without much commitment, see how you like it, and then decide if you're going to collect it. Card Club for Cool People. We have a monthly card club, and January you can get the online content, because our content goes out on the 20th. You have to be subscribed by the 5th. So you pay on the 5th. We deliver content digitally on or about the 20th, and we mail packets on or about the same day. So January is done. Online only is your option, but in February, you can join now and join us for the terrific Toadstools card club. The terrific Toadstools card club is going to feature that plaid paper, the terrific Toadstools bundle, and every month there's a new card club exclusive sketch. So sneak peek, ready card club members? This is our card sketch and our sneak peek for February. So if you want to join Card Club, there's a link in the description below. You can join online only or get a packet to go. With the packet, you can get your sketches PDF or laminated, just like with the choices for the sampler. All right, so we made these cards in January, the Cake Celebrations cards. It's 4 designs, 2 of each, 8 cards, with the idea that these are for any cake-worthy celebration. So you could make yourself a stack, maybe do the stamp a stack twice. If you got the packet, you had enough materials, except for cardstock. Everything else, the designer series paper, ribbon, embellishments, the birds, the dragonflies, the dingles, you had enough to do the set at least twice. And it was about you crafting, enjoying the time crafting, and making yourself a stash of cards. So you've made yourself a stash of cake-worthy cards, and then you can add from the Cake Celebrations any greeting that you want to these cards when you need it. So this is the Cake Celebrations bundle. It is online exclusive, and you can do happy anniversary, happy wedding day, happy birthday, celebrate. You can mix and match the greetings and then just add that to your basic beige cards when you know what the cake-worthy celebration is. So you'd have this whole stash of cards when you're done 8 or 16, or if you're like me, 24. And then I thought today would be a perfect time to do a little card keeper. So you can now store these cards in a beautiful way, or you can gift these cards in a beautiful way. All right, so it'll hold, I've got 4 and 4 envelopes in the pocket, and still there's a little room. You could probably fit about 6 cards in this keeper. And so this is what we're going to make today. All right, don't hesitate if you've got questions about Card Club for Cool People. It is sketch based, so if you love sketches, there's an exclusive sketch every month, and you can do it online only or with the materials. The choice is yours. Every month we take the current month's content and then we offer it online only in a second chance form. If you subscribe for the online only Card Club, it costs less money than buying the content after a Card Club has released, okay? So you can save some money that way. Deepa says, love both colors. I'm glad you like it. We're going to do it in Wild Wheat today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to look at your comments and get my pieces here. Where did I put my envelope? Aha, here it is. Yeah, no more raisins for corn pops. She finally settled down back there. Jen says, this is lovely. Thank you. And the cards were just so much fun to make. They really were. They were that satisfying craft for the avid stamper. You know, it was really, our goal in January was after the holidays to just make it all about you, the avid stamper that's probably a member of Card Club. And like, what would you want to do? Well, have a very enjoyable, all about me crafting session where I could stock up my cards for the whole year. So that's what we did in January. And now, since you're stocking up your cards in January for the whole year, you can make them mix and matchable greetings when you're ready to send the card or bring the card to an occasion. How are you going to store those cards for the year? Well, this is it. Our card keeper is a 3-piece template. We've got our folder, and that one is, let me find my template pieces, then I don't tell you a wrong measurement. 6 by 10 1/4. It's got a deep pocket that holds the cards and envelopes. That's 7 7/8 by 4.5. And then it's got a shallow pocket where I put some postage stamps, but you could also make some beautiful birthday tags so that in that you had cards to send, tags to tie on bags if you were going to a shower or a birthday party. So it's got the deep and then the shallow pocket. And the shallow pocket is 5 3/8 by 3 1/4. Mine are all basic beige. There is a project sheet. It's already ready already. It'll pretty much publish right after this live. So you don't have to write any of this down. It's all there for you. It's a free PDF. You can download it, save it on your device, or print it out. Card Club members, make sure you download it and put it with your Card Club stuff, okay? Marla says, I like the tag idea. Well, I was thinking about maybe sometime in between our card sketch series, doing some big, like, over-the-top birthday tags, and, you know, maybe like a cello bag kind of a treat. Anyway, it's just, I'm noodling it. Maybe have a 3-part series, the Card Club class, the Card Keeper here live, and then maybe in a couple of weeks, some over-the-top beautiful birthday tags. I don't know. We'll see if that happens. Let's see. Cake Celebrations bundle is the stamp set that we're using today, along with and this one's online exclusive. It's 164870 for the stamp set, and then 164874 for the dies, but it is available to bundle. And then I'm also using the dies that coordinate with the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper. So this is a Wildflower Designs bundle, and our Designer Series paper is Wildly Flowering, which is the ones that coordinate with that. I'm losing my cards out of this one. All right, so there's the kind of basics of what products we're using. All right, let's get a Simply Scored tool and start making up our base pieces. I'm trying to put the cards back in without untying it again. All right, Simply Scored. You guys, I have like this creative mess all around me. Usually I try to clean up so that it's nice and tidy when I start live, because by the time I'm done with live, I've made such a mess. But I was making a card and I was like, it's noon. I was all set up to go, so I didn't even think about it. And over there, my craft room just exploded. Nancy says you could also do some note cards and envelopes. Perfect size for adding in a gift bag. Yep, those little 3.5 by 5 cards are really good for hand delivery. How many cards will it hold? It depends on your layers. The cards I have in there are a card with a 3D embossed card front and then layers on top of that. And I'd say 6 or 7. But if you've got some that are not quite as layered and less dimensionals and things, then I would say you could get 8 to 10 cards in this box with the envelopes. Good question. Marla says, yes, do it on the birthday tags. We'll have one more part to this series, maybe. Hey, Bonnie, good afternoon. Cliffy says, so pretty. And Christina said, adorable. You like the mushrooms? I wanted to go for spring, like mushrooms, what's popping for spring, but also it's February. So I thought the plaid was kind of cozy. And then when I put them together, I got kind of a woodsy feel and I love it. I'm glad you think it's adorable. All right. Deborah says, can't wait for Card Club. Love those colors, right? They've got kind of the woodsy feel to them, like forest and gnomes, mushrooms, squirrels, kind of woodsy. That's what I was going for. Not too obnoxious for February, but looking forward to spring too at the same time. Don't worry. March is going to be obnoxious. We're going to have the Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo thing going on. Maybe some pumpkin pie. It's gonna be bright and kind of crazy in the March color palette. But for February, I wanted something a little more cozy. All right, simple for our folder. Start on the 10 1/4 inch side, and we're gonna score at 4.5, and we're gonna score at 5 3/4. So that's our folder for this. 3 parts, one for the outside wrapper, and then 2 pockets. So this is our deep pocket. We're going to start on the 7 7/8 inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2, 1 3/4, 6 1/8, 7 3/8. Where's 7 3/8? There it is. And then rotate once to the right, score at 1/2, and at 1 3/4. All right, then for our little pocket, we're going to start on the 5 3/8 inch side, score 1/2, rotate once, score 1/2, rotate once, and score 1/2. So 1/2 on 3 sides. And let's trim these up according to the template. We need a bone folder and some scissors and some tear and tape. This is really a simple way to gift your handmade cards. It's a beautiful way to store your handmade cards and treat yourself to a beautiful storage for the cards that you made in Card Club. You've hopefully made yourself a stash, or you will be here shortly, of cards. So why not make yourself something beautiful to leave in your craft room or on your desk or in your office, or for gifting your cards. We make lots and lots of cards. It really satisfies us. It fills our cup, right? So why not gift some of those and share the joy with somebody else? And this is a really good way to do it. You can kind of adapt any one of the card fronts that you might be storing or gifting to make your decorations for your folder. You can make them simple, very simple. I would love to know if anybody, I think, Tony, you still sell your handmade stuff. I'd love to know if you try these, if they sell. I've never tried these in craft fairs. Doing like a boxed set this way. I think it'd be interesting to know. All right, let's see here, you guys. I love all the ads. Thank you, YouTube. Bonnie says, thumbs up and shared. Thank you, thank you. Nancy says, we know Card Club is subject to change, but with Celebration upcoming stamp sets, a good heads up to get some more freebies. You know what? Celebration is definitely a really good time to place your orders and get the most value for your dollar. So while I'm trimming these to look like the template, I'll tell you some of the stuff that I'm working with here in the next couple of months in case you want to place, a little bit bigger order, grab those host rewards and celebration items. We are doing for February, the card club for cool people is Toadstools. For March, Darling Dinos. And for April, the Floral Delight, that sweet. We're going to use the Floral Delight. And then, of course, subject to change, like you said. For the sketch series, the sampler and sketch series, my cards are going to be Darling Dino, Everyday You and Me bundle, and Ocean Friends bundle. And if all goes according to plan, May will be the Ocean Friends in Card Club. All right, so that'll give you some things that you can think about for your orders during celebration time and pick up the extra item. Really good suggestion, Nancy. All right, so this one we're gonna start with our 2 horizontal scores toward us. There's no horizontal scores away from us. And we're going to cut a little angle on the 1/2 inch. Remove these 2 pieces here. There's a square and a rectangle, and we're going to remove those. Then you can just trim this top a little bit. Then we're going to skip over to the next score line, and we can cut a little angle because that's our tab that gets tucked in, and then straight and remove the score along the big rectangles under my thumb. Then we can cut off this little piece. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So we'll cut straight up here and then angle because that square gets tucked in, and then angle again, and then rotate to the short side, angle off the glue tab, trim that a little bit, and remove this piece. So there's our deep pocket. I've tried some box sets, sold a few between craft fairs and the shop over Christmas sales, but I sell more box package gifties than cards. Yeah, so like the little 3D items, those were always such big sellers, little treats that could be given as gifts, right? All right, let's get the next pocket, and we'll trim that one up. This one's so easy. We're gonna just cut out these squares, making little angle cuts to like bevel the edges, miter the corners, and then at both ends. So all these little 1/2 inch rectangle panels get an angle cut. And there is our narrow pocket. And let's get some, where's my 1.5 inch circle punch? We're gonna do our thumb notches next. And I like to always do the thumb notch on this one, but on the box side, I'm gonna do the thumb notch also. Part of that though is because I just want a little bit more of those beautiful cards to show when I opened up the box. So what I like to do is grab my Simply Score tool or centering ruler or grid paper. All of those have the 0 ruler. And I'm going to find the center here on this. And then once I've got the center, I'm going to mark it. Do the same with this pocket and mark it. That way I have a chance of hitting center with my 1.5 inch circle punch. And to make sure that they look nice side by side, the next thing I'm going to do is grab this little that I punched out from the big pocket, or the deep pocket. I'm going to add a tiny bit of liquid glue, just a tiny bit. All you need is for it to stay put for you for a minute. Come on, guy. There we go. I don't want too much. And I'm going to put that so that the little center divot from the one I just punched is right on top of the center divot that's marked on this pocket. And then what I can do is, hang on, I got a little clog in my glue, but that's okay. It gives this a second to grab. I'm going to take my punch now and punch this circle, and it'll be centered and it'll be the same depth as the other one, because I can just bring that little template circle right to the edge of my circle. So what that avoids is like one narrow thumb notch and one deep one shallow one and one deep one. They'll be exactly the same, which is just kind of nice since you're going to be looking at them side by side when they're open. All right, let's get some tear and tape adhesive and get this guy put in. I hope I've got enough to finish here. I've got some more behind me, but still. All right, so we're going to start with the box pocket, the deeper one, and I'm going to put tear and tape on the squares here. And then we're going to fold this up like we would if we were closing up the sides of a box. Oh boy, Miss Corn Pop's at it again. She's not laying in the sun anymore. She's walking around. No raisins for her to get stuck on the end of her beak. Oh gosh, you guys, it was hysterical because her feet are kind of slippy from her baths. You know, she's kind of lost some of the grip on the bottom of them. And I have a laminate floor in my office. She had a raisin stuck at the end of her beak, all sticky and kind of half torn up. And so she's walking along on the laminate floor, and her feet are slipping, and she's trying to get the raisin off. It probably would have gone viral if I put it on TikTok. All right, sticky side in, bring that up, make a nice corner. Same on the other side. And then we're going to bring these guys in, bottom up, and then sides in, and we're going to run a strip of tear and tape all the way around. Esmeralda said, yeah, I think ordering the feature stamps and dies, being in Card Club, is the way to go. And if later I need more, I can always order more, right? And then, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, if you like what I'm using, and you will probably want to own it anyways, especially then when you see it in Card Club, during celebration is a great time to do it. The other thing you guys too is it's celebration time. So if you've ever thought about being a demonstrator, you know what I'm about to use for the sampler series, what I'm about to use for the next few months in Card Club. If you've thought about being a demonstrator, make up a starter kit with those items. $99 to start, and you get either $125 in products plus markers and an exclusive stamp set, or you can get $155 in product of your choice for $99. So make up a starter kit with it. My Kitchenettes team get the PDF and the online classrooms for free. So like my Whimsy workshop, my team members get that for free. Card Club for cool people online. My team members get those things for free. All the things, they earn them as they go and get them all delivered with a coupon right to their email. They redeem the coupon, and then the content is there in their library forever. As long as they stay demonstrators, they earn more and more content. If they ever leave Stampin' Up! Or leave my team, the content stays there right in their account. It's a nice little system where my team members redeem all my content for free with coupons, online and PDF, any virtual content that I put out. 12 Days of Christmas tutorial, the compiled PDF, card sketches, just all my resources and PDFs. So if you're thinking about it anyway, grab a starter kit with some of those things that I'm featuring, and I'll give you all the content to keep you creative. Yeah, it's really kind of a sweet time right now. If you're not interested in becoming a demonstrator, but you want to do the most for your money, if your order is $300 or more, you get bonus host rewards, $30 bonus host rewards. So a $300 order gets $36 host rewards. After the change, it'll only get $30 rewards. But it gets $36 now. And because it hit the $300 threshold during the celebration, you'll get $66 in host rewards. So you could do a $300 order and take advantage of the celebration host bonus, even if you don't host a party. You don't have to host a party. It can be on an individual customer order of $300 or more. So it is a really great time to think ahead for those. Hey, Lisa, I'm glad you're here. All right, so my packets are all put together with the glue tabs in, tear and tape adhesive on. You could probably do Seal Plus for this. I think it would be strong enough. Liquid glue would work, but you'd have to hold it in place until it grabs, which is not my cup of tea. I'm too impatient. Now we're gonna just line these guys up inside our card keeper. If you're just joining us, we are making a card keeper to hold our January Card Club cards. So you can organize them in this keeper, or you can gift them in this keeper, or of course you can decorate it however you like. And it's just a nice pattern to have. There will be a printable PDF with the pattern and step-by-step instructions and lots of pictures on the blog. And we're already done with it all, so it should pop pretty soon after this live broadcast. So, all right, let us see here. So we want to do our pocket so that there's just a little bit of beige all the way around. See, it's like maybe not even 1/8 of an inch bottom, left and right. And then once it's centered in there, grab your bone folder and adhere it down. And then you can do the same with this little flat pocket for the other side. And little border, right, left, and center, and then adhere it down. I can actually see the comments pretty okay over here from both platforms, I think. I love it. My favorite part of the week is crafting with you guys. Patty says, I see so many names I recognize. Hello, everyone, right? I do love my little community. All right. Before I grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to do the herringbone, you guys, I want to just do one little tiny plug because I think that Patricia Weed, I think your comment just leads right into it. So we have a really awesome community of stampers. Our Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social is the Facebook group that's associated with this page. And if you didn't see yesterday's project, you got to check out yesterday's project and come join us in our challenge. So yesterday we did 2, 4, 6, 8 box. I showed you how this box is completely adjustable. You can make it 2 by 2 by 2 like I did. You can make it 2 by 2 by 3.5, all the way up to 2 by 2 by 9 with just 8.5 by 11 cardstock, right? You can do it with a lid, or you can do it as a pouch by pressing out the gussets. You can do it as a little bag by pressing in the gussets. It's really a great box that you need to have in your crafting armory. So check out yesterday's project. If you want a clean recorded video and a project sheet, kitchentablestamper.com. Not now, but after we're done, you can go and get those resources and then come join us in our challenge. And I do think that that's part of why we recognize so many names around here when we're in the comments, is because we really do have the most amazing community. You guys are active, you're caring, you're creative, you're generous to share, and it really is a wonderful place to hang out. So join us in the Craft Social if you're not already hanging out there. It's really a act of love. You know, the people who are involved in moderating it really care about the place. The people who are sharing their creativity share from just genuine genuine generosity. It's a wonderful place. And so I think that sometimes that's how we can all recognize each other in the comments around here, is because we really do have a beautiful community and a lot of love goes into tending to it. So come and join us. Try the 2, 4, 6, 8 box challenge. If you do it by Tuesday and share with us, you will be in consideration for prize patrol. All right, so I wrapped my box with this Wild Wheat Rustic stripe ribbon. This stuff is really pretty gorgeous. And I'm gonna leave nice long tails so that, because first of all, a gift should have a big loopy bow. And second of all, because it's easier with long tails to open it up, get your cards, get your stamps, put your tags in when you refill it. and then close it back up again. So when you think you got a big enough bow, go bigger so that it's easy to open and close, because this one you do have to tie and untie to get into. You want it all the way to the right side of the front cover, and you want it so that it runs along the top of the pocket here. So it's going to be a little bit low of center, okay? And then, oh, I got to skip the ads. I can't even stand it. Lisa says such a great group. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for being a part of it. All right, let's see here. I need some more tear and tape adhesive. Let me get that going. And I'm gonna put 2 big strips right down the center here, because this is going to secure our ribbon in place. And then it's also going to help hold on our embossed panel. All right, so there it is. You can just burnish that down and then set aside. Let's get some more basic beige cardstock in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I've got 2 more panels of basic beige, and the measurements will be on the project sheet, but I'm going to try and give them to you here anyways. We're going to emboss both of them. So by the magic of television, I've got one done. We're using the Herringbone 3D embossing folder, which means we need number 1 platform and number 4, the specialty plate. And this one is 4 3/8 by 3 3 3/4, and this one is 5 1/2 by 4. Okay, let's grab our machine and give this a whirl. What you want to make sure with both of these is that you run it level, because it's got a pretty strong vertical horizontal pattern, and then you want it so that it starts and stops with the same pattern. So you'll see this one's going to go all the way to that little edge there, and I've got it equally right to left. This one too, it didn't go as far as that tiny little edge, but it's equal, and then this little strip runs right down the middle. All right, so this one's really important because we're about to cut this one in half. The otherwise, it's just, I think it looks nicer to have the pattern centered. So I do take some time to do that. Let me get this Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine up here. I've already got it set with just one. We'll pop this on, emboss both of these. Oh, I hope that didn't shift. If that shifted, I might cry. Jan says the kitchen table stamper craft social community is so welcome, inspiring, kind, and friendly, and I love it. Jan, part of the reason why it is that way is because you're that way. Jan's one of our moderators over there, and she's just one of the hearts of our group. All right, there's our beautiful herringbone. You guys, if you haven't checked this one out on the online exclusives, check it out. We've gotten a lot of swirls and painted textures and things like that from Stampin' Up! Lately. This one's very different. I like the distinct and very different pattern that we've got going on here. All right, so we're gonna take this smaller piece and we're gonna divide it in half hot dog wise. And I did it this way because I could emboss the pattern evenly and then just run down the track on the middle of the panel. And now we have 2 panels that are exactly the same for the inside of our box. They start and stop at the same place, and then they will run across and kind of match up when you're looking at them side by side on the pockets. I'm going to distress the edges of all of this a little bit, and you can distress it if you like to. If you think that that looks shabby and not chic, then that's okay. Don't do it. I'm going to do top and bottom on the small panels, just using the edge of my open paper snip. And you can do more, but you can't unshred it. So keep that in mind as you're doing it. A little bit at a time. You can go back over it. And I'll do all of these. Mary says this box is a very clever one, and hopefully it's very useful to you card makers. This is going to be a beautiful way to gift some cards, or a nice little splurge for you to make for yourself, you know, to just make a happy little thing for you to display in your craft room, where you can put all your cards for those anniversaries, birthdays, weddings, all the cake-worthy celebrations. You can fill it up with cards and have them ready with postage stamps. So when you hear the news, you can pop a card right in the mail, or when you're getting ready to go to a shower or a birthday party or an event, they'll be there, and it's eye candy for you in your own space. So however you choose to use it, to gift or to display and store, that's up to you. But they're pretty easy to make, and they are beautiful when they're done. And they're really not very hard to do either. So I would love to see if you guys make this. If you make some of these card keepers, share them in the craft social. We'd love to see what you do with your Stampin' Up! Supplies in this pattern. I'm glad you liked the box, Mary. All right, let's see here. Getting right around to the last side. And like I said, do that or don't do that. I kind of like the texture that it adds. But if you do too much, I can see where some people might feel like it looks a little shabby. So don't overdo it. Hi, Pooper. What are you doing? She's halfway across the office now. So much for the puppy pads and so much for Gideon keeping an eye on her. All right, let's add our panels to our box. I'm going to remove the liner on the tear and tape in the front. Oh, Gideon's here. He realizes now that the chicken he was supposed to be keeping an eye on has just escaped and wandered halfway across the office. It's really funny. I do love having her. I don't like the circumstances, you know, that she's in the house. But I do really like having her in. You get to love them just like any other kind of pet, really. All right. I know. You better take care of it. All right. I'm doing liquid glue around the edges of my panel. You could do more tear and tape there if you want to, your seal. But this is going to further secure your ribbon. So what you want to do is lay that on the front and center it. And then I'm going to open up my bow for now because we got to get to the inside anyway, but everything is in place where it's supposed to be. I can still slide just a little bit until I secure down that tear and tape in the middle, make sure it's centered, and then I'll turn around and burnish it from the inside, make sure everything grabs really good, and that ribbon's extra secure. Now these two panels, you want to choose, do you want this busier or this wider, you know, smaller segments or wider segments up, and keep it the same for both. It doesn't matter whichever way you like it is good, but make sure that you don't do one up and one down. Well, unless you want to. You be you. Do your creativity. Jessica says, I love this project. Perfect as a gift with matching cards inside, right? The most purchased and the most sent and the most received kind of cards is birthday cards. So it would be a very useful gift. Also, the recipient is very likely to get use out of the cards. And the fun part is, okay, so you get the joy of making the cards. The recipient of your card box, your keeper, your card keeper gift, gets the joy of receiving. Then the recipient of your card keeper full of cards sends out those cards or brings those beautiful handmade cards to a wedding shower or anniversary party or whatever, and then the recipient of the final card gets the joy. So this is the craft that just keeps on giving. It really does. We set out with the idea for January Card Club that it would be about you. After the holidays, about you unwinding and just really enjoying the process of making cards, and then having a stash of cards to use, right? But if you think about our craft, it really is one of the only crafts where you can sit down and you can make a card in 30 minutes, especially if you're using a shortcut card sketch. And then you can give that card. The joy is doubled, right? And then if you're like me, I put little stickers inside my card with the messages, whether it's a printed message that says thank you for your order, or I put a sticker and write. so that with a little note that says, keep this card going. So the recipient can take the message out and keep that if he or she wants to, and can send the card one more time. And all for a craft. Like, you can't do that with a quilt. You can't do that with an Afghan. It's even hard to do that with a hat or scarf. Ceramics, it's sometimes days in the kiln and things like that. So I think our craft is particularly special for creating joy in the crafter, creating joy in the recipient, and having that opportunity to refill the package and send it on again, or to pull the sticky note out of the card and send it on again. So I don't know. I'm biased. I'm biased to paper crafting. It is my favorite. I am, crafty kind of by nature, and I like other crafts. But this one is really just one where you can make a difference. It's a happy place to kind of unwind and relax and enjoy yourself. And then it's easy. It's easy to spread the joy. You make a quilt and it goes to one special person after days and days and days of work, right? You can, sit down for a day of crafting and make cards and just spread that joy so easy, or make a pile of treats and just go into the office and hand out smiles to everybody, or go to the library and hit every librarian on your way and get yourself a good audio book to listen to for your next craft, and then just go rinse and repeat and make the world a better place, right? Let's see. I've got basic white, basic beige, and moody mauve to start with. Let's make some cakes. Now, this cake celebration is crazy. It took me a little while to figure out how to use it, because look at the stamp, okay, and then look at the die. Do you see that? So Card Club for Cool People, you got the crash course on this after I got shocked, had to come back at it again a second time, learned a little bit about it, had to come back again a third time to actually start getting creative with it. So the opportunities for creativity are through the charts with this cake set. If you don't have a good cake set, get this one, because you will never get tired of the different kinds of results you can get with this buildable stamp and die combination. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do basic beige for the front of our card keeper, and we're going to stamp off the long cake. And when I stamp off, I like to kind of build myself, I like to prime the stamp and then build myself a place where I'm stamping off onto damp ink. What I find is that I get a more smooth and a more saturated second generation. It's still different from the first generation. It's still lighter, but I find that it's a little bit smoother, better ink coverage, and a little bit more saturation. So there, I stamped one right on top of the other. Basic beige is kind of hard to see it, but we're going to do it again in Moody Mauve in just a minute with the other details. So then we need a short cake the same way, and we're going to stamp off and then stamp two stacked. And then I'll lift this up to the camera so that you can see the basic beige a little bit better. All right, so there's two stacked basic beige long and two stacked basic beige short layers. Then we're going to get the streaks. So there's speckles, there's streaks, and there's frosting layers. So between the colors and then the different, the different treatments that you can add onto these cakes for texture, that alone, the sky is the limit. So I'm using this short streak on the short layers. Pardon me. All right. Catherine says, such a fun and versatile project that's on my early to-do list. Oh, good. I hope you'll make one. Catherine, I love the stuff you're sharing in the Craft Social. Thank you for being a part of our group. Your creativity just delights me. All right, let's go ahead and do the same kind of streak. So we started second generation. We're doing first generation full strength and putting the streak over the top. And there are our beige layers for the outside of our box. Now, because I'm going from beige to moody mauve, I'm not going to clean off. I'm just going to make sure that they're stamped off. Part of me, I do not know what's wrong with me. I got a tickle. And I'm going to Moody Mauve. So we're going to do the same thing, kind of prime up the stamp. Ah, see, look at, there's something on there. That's a good way to find it and get a better, smoother image. I'd rather know that there's some spots on my stamp when I stamp it here than when I stamp it on the full project. So let's go ahead. I just wanted to click on something. I feel like my video is lagging a little bit. You guys, is the video lagging or is it streaming all right? Let me know. All right, so I stamped off, and then we're gonna stamp second generation. Then we're gonna stamp off and stamp them stacked. And the clear makes it pretty easy to do that. Right now, we've got the speckle, so you can do streaks or speckles. There's also layers that you can stamp on there, so it looks like a layered cake with frosting between. We're going to stamp the speckle. All right, so there's two different ways. And then the layer look is like the one on our card sketch card from Card Club. So that's the other treatment you can do, is add those layers on. Now there's stamps for those layers, and there are dies for those little frosting layers. And we're going to use the dies for the frosting layers. They're very mix and match. Teresa, this is a little blurry for me. Okay, let me do this. Unfortunately, I think we're just going to have to do that. I don't know what the deal is. I even got new internet so that I wouldn't have to deal with it, but I have a couple of devices running the comments, and that might be part of my problem. So I just closed up the one device. All right. How's it going now? Let me know what you find. All right, there's our cakes. Now we're going to slide our basic beige out of here. We're done with that one. I've got a bucket over here because there's lots of stamps for this project. And I'm gonna just get some of these off the table so that I can see a little clearer what's next. All right, next up, we've got Moody Mauve and some candles. And we're gonna stamp those guys on the basic white. And then we're gonna bring in Wild Wheat for the flames and for the flowers. So let's get flames on the top of our candles here. I love this. This is one of my favorite parts of the stamp set. You can just line the little flames right on top of the candles. And aren't they cute? All right, let's do the Wild Wheat flowers next. And you want flowers for your cakes. If you're doing exactly like mine, you want one of the medium-sized flower, 3 of the small, and 4 of the large. And we're going to do those with the Stampin' Off, so first and second generation. And we've got the 3 sizes here. So I'm going to ink up. This is the large one. Kind of prime it up and then stamp it off. And same with the medium one. So you're going to do 4 large, 1 medium. And for this little guy, I love this little guy. So cute. You want 3 of these. So stamp them off. And then the detail is like a little starburst kind of a detail. Jan says better now. Better. Okay. So I must have definitely been using up some resources there running that other device. Okay, let me close that. Hey Gideon, are you running anything on the internet right now?
I am using Google Docs.
Okay. If you're on Wi-Fi, put it to bed for a little bit until I'm done here. All right, so we just stamped over like we did with the details on the cake. Stamped off for the base and then stamped the details full generation or full strength first generation. Same with the centers for our flowers. We need 2 cake plates. Those are Pebbled Path. And we need 6 leaves. And those are Early Espresso. Yeah, there we go. So my cake plate. And my leaves. And I think we've just stamped all of our deal. Oh, love it. I really love this set. I really love this set. I need to do something fun with it, like grab the Toadstool Garden paper and all those really bright, fun, almost obnoxious bright colors, and try this cake set with some fun colors, a little less elegant and a little more playful. It keeps going blurry and clear and back and forth. Looking okay for the moment. Oh dear. Me and technology. I really wish I could just stamp. Hey Gideon, is Violet still here? Will you grab her so that I can see if she can look at this since she's here? Maybe she can help me.
You said you want me to unplug the Wi-Fi?
No, I just want you to see if Violet's here, and I wanted you to get off of the Wi-Fi so we have less competition for it.
Good thing I didn't unplug.
Thank you. We're on semester break over here, so we might be running a little bit leaner on resources if my kids are on their devices. I think I got them off of there. All right, so let's die cut these. And while we're die cutting those, let's grab some Early Espresso ink because we're going to use another option for this set. You can do the cake pieces, the cake plate, the flowers, you can do any of them in cardstock or designer series paper instead of stamp them. So they do really stand well on their own. So between the mix and match of stamp it or don't stamp it, designer series paper or cardstock, stamp it and add cardstock details, there's just so much mix and match possibility here. The other thing is you don't have to double these up and use the dies. You could stamp one skinny layer of the wide cake and one skinny layer of the short cake and have a totally different look of layer cake. It's just really versatile. I wish that I had a instruction video when I first started working with this set, because the first thing I did was stamp the cake and then pull out the dies, and the dies didn't match the cake. And I said, wait, what? What is even going on here? And then I walked away from it a little overwhelmed and came back and did some experimenting and playing around and started to realize that, oh, wow, it was a little hard for me to understand exactly how it worked. It took a little effort, but then the possibilities started to pop. Right? All the different things that you can do as you mix and match, stamped, not stamped, cardstock, designer series paper, change up the colors, put the flag pennants on top of the cake, and then it's more playful. Put the flowers over the whole thing, and then it's more elegant. Change up your colors, and you got a completely different feel. So lots and lots and lots of stuff. Anybody who has this Cake Celebrations bundle and you've used it in maybe some entirely different way, different designer series paper, different combination of cake layers, or different combination of stamp elements and die cut elements, please feel free to jump on the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social and show us how you used these mix and match elements, because they really are pretty I don't know, they're the sky's the limit, and it can be a little bit overwhelming at first, especially when you realize that the stamp and the die don't match for the cake. All right, these are the pieces that are made to be die cut. There's no coordinating stamp for these. It's icing and the frosting layers. We're doing that out of Early Espresso. Give it a crank. Violet, I keep going clear and then blurry and then clear and then blurry. And so since you're here, I thought I'd ask you if you have any insights.
Has it been this entire time?
Pretty much. And I already, like the windows I had open to see the comments on the computer, I turned it off. I don't think so. I just cleaned it yesterday. And I didn't do much with it since yesterday. And then it said system resources too small. So I don't think it's as simple as a camera lens needs to be cleaned. I think there's something going on. All right, so let's get our bits and decorate our box. I'll show you guys another little thing that I taught my card club members. We did a whole stack of these, so I encouraged doing all the stamping at once before assembling the cards. And something that really made a whole set of cards and the card keepers that I've done easier for me is this little trick I'm about to show you. So Stampin' Up! Embellishments come in the little canisters. And so what I did with my elements, my flowers, my leaves, my candles, I took those little canisters and popped one on the lid, and then inside I have all of those little flowers ready to go with dimensionals on them. So we're going to do our flowers, the large, medium, and small. And by magic of television, I have the rest of my leaves and other things done. Let me show you here. Wouldn't it be nice if Stampin' Up! Had videos on how to use some of the stamp sets? Oh, wouldn't that be the truth? It would shortcut me, but that's okay. I really have embraced it as I guess that's my job, right? Let me show you how to use the product. And if you support me in any way, business, either placing orders or use the Amazon links or whatever, then I'm glad that I can shortcut the process for you, because this one was a particularly long process. All right, our box needs a couple of layers before we start to decorate with the stamp images. I've got the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper here. These are 3x3 and 2x3. And I just did the opposite patterns this time. So we've got the wild wheat with the multicolor floral for the 3x3. And then the opposite side, which is the Moody Mauve with the Moody Mauve flower. And we're just going to center those in the front of the box. And there is now we've got a Moody Mauve version. I'll show you guys Wild Wheat. I'll show you the Moody Mauve and the Misty Moonlight version in just a minute. Here's our dies. I showed you guys earlier. This is the die set that coordinates with this paper, the suite. So this is the Wildflower Designs, and I use this scallop border die. Cut one from Early Espresso, cut one from Very Vanilla, and then mixed the layers. I like to put the scallops on first because then we can see the overall placement, like how much room is this element going to take up? Where do we want to place it? A little bit higher, so the points are a little bit higher than the ribbon. And then we can fill in with this Early Espresso one. Hey, would somebody get corn pop? She's too close to the heater. All right, so there is our focal layers. I'm going to grab my craft sheet next so we can assemble some cakes. I can dry for a minute. Oh, I'm starting to like this version very well, actually. Here is Moody Mauve. And here is Misty Moonlight. All right, let's get our cakes assembled. Girlfriend, you're going to cook yourself. You're too close. Come here, baby. There you go. Move on. Thank you. All right, we've got, where did I put my craft sheet? Here it is. Got my craft sheet. This is a lifesaver for cleaning up glue off of stuff. I'm trying to remember to use it more. I threw it in the cart, but the problem is it's kind of flexy and it falls down to the bottom. Nancy says, "You're worried corn pop is going to become popped corn." If you only knew, right? She's just wandering around, and I can't leave her in the tank. Like, that is no life for anybody, right? But she's just wandering around. Got a little too close to the heater. We joke about that when we call it the mama. The mama. So, because she does love to get, we've got a brooding lamp in her tank, and I've got a radiant space heater in my office, and she loves to get close to both of them. All right, we want our streaks to go from the same side, and I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue just along the edge of the bottom, and then I'm going to, see, look, all that little extra glue is on the silicone mat and not on my table. And then a little liquid glue along the bottom of the wide layer. And then I'm going to put my cake plate. So when you stack the two wide cakes and the two narrow cakes, if you have any place where it was a little narrower than the die, like I do right here on my Moody Mauve, that's the side that gets a little strip of glue, and then the cake plate covers it. And for the other layer, if you got a little bit wider die, then you have stamping, because it can happen because you're doubling up the stamping. The die and the stamp work together, but they don't match, right? So just glue the next layer and cover up any place where you are showing a little bit of white. So, and then this side, we're going to put frosting. So it looks just perfect, doesn't it? Okay, so we've got a shortcake, one layer of double, and then we've got two layers of double. The options are just mind-boggling with this set. I think I could make birthday cards for days with this set. All right, we got our icing for the layer cake. This, if you don't like the liquid glue, I love it with the fine point, but if you don't like the liquid glue, these little pieces right here would be good with the adhesive sheets, because then you could just peel and stick your icing. And then we've got the frosting layer also cut from Early Espresso, but there's a stamp for this too. So you could have a die cut and it looks nice and solid, or you could have it stamped and then it looks tone on tone. Just so many things you can do. I don't know. I do love it. I think it was a great purchase. It's probably one that I won't BOGO or give away at the end. I'll probably keep this one in my collection. I think there's nothing sweeter than a card with a cake on it. And this one has lots of options for creativity. You'll never get bored of it. All right, so there's our cakes all built up. Let's bring our box back in here because we're going to glue our cakes. Where is my other glue? I'll get this one. All right, so the single or the short layer cake is going to go inside on the corner here. I got it so that the foot of the pedestal plate is right along the edge of my embossing. Worked out nice that way. I have one big flower right here that I'm going to put over to decorate the pocket. And then I have one leaf right here that I'm going to put to decorate the pocket. I like this little accent that's on the opposite side. Now for my cake, I need some candles. Wherefore art thou, candles? Hold on, I got one set here. I'll have to dig around and look for the other set. This is so cute. Wait till you see. A little bit right of center here on this one. So we have room for our flowers. Moving to our outside, let's add a cake, and then I can put the craft sheet back in the cart, which means I'll have a better chance of finding my other candles. Got the foot of the pedestal down below, and the cake centered in that early espresso hexagon. Come on, candles. I wonder if I left it on the die cut machine. Let's see. Are my candles over here? I've lost my candles. You guys, this is bad. I lost them good. Okay. Let's make sure it's not stuck on the back or here. No, not there. What are we going to do? We're going to go to the spare parts and we're going to get another one. See what I mean about the little containers? I've got them all full of little leaves and different color flowers. It really made it easy to do a lot of cards. It makes it really easy too when you lose your candles to have another one just sitting there ready for the next card. Okay, glue the candles on. We'll bring this one in here because now we're going to build this one with the yellow flowers. And all of my flowers are just sitting here ready on Stampin' Dimensionals. So they're just peel and stick. We're going to go big one, and then a little one, and then a medium one on the middle layer here. Ooh, I like it. I like the way it's turning out. How about you guys? Does anyone else want cake right now? That is so funny. I actually wouldn't mind. Yeah, I'll take some cake. Raises her hand. Oh my goodness. Elaine says, yes, pop, pop, right? Stay away from the heater, pop, pop. Otherwise, we do tease her. Call her corn pop, popcorn. And every once in a while, I'm not going to lie, we call her corn poop because, let's face it, that's what chickens do. So, but yeah, she just loves to get close to the heat. It's hysterical. More flowers. And, oh, wait a second. I want a big one and a little one. Oh, did you guys see that? I accidentally took the backing off of my medium one and I wanted a big one, so I just stuck it down in there. And now I can peel it right off when I need it and use it. Like these lost their backing because they're half a mini dimensional and they're still going to be perfectly good and perfectly easy to use if I just peel them right off. So hold on to these things. They come in really handy. All right, there's our flowers. We've got everybody decorated. We're almost done here, you guys. It's been a lot of fun to make this one with you. We need a couple of leaves. And so let me bring these guys in. My early espresso leaves. And the easiest way to add these is a glue dot. It's not as economical as liquid glue. It's to put some liquid glue on there would definitely be a little bit more economical, but this is so fast. So I like to use the glue dots for these. Sometimes you just gotta cut yourself a little break. And I'm a glue, who am I kidding? I'm always, does it fit a glue dot? Can I just pop it on? I use them. I go through glue dots like crazy. All right, so what I did was put 1, 2 at the top of my cake. You can do whatever you want here. This is another way where it's just so, it's just so versatile. You can do so much with these, all these little decorations. And then for this one, I'm going to go this way with the, there's our cake. Here's our Moody Mauve, Wild Wheat. Here's our Misty Moonlight. I did Boho Blue for the flowers and Misty Moonlight for the candles. Let's get some embellishments and finish this up. The card club people got a partial pack of the birds and dragonflies. Got a few of those here. And I always find that when I pop the birds on, that's when I'm like, ooh, that just really did it. So we're going to pop a little bird and then another little bird. There's 2 different birds and they go in different directions. So I get one of each. How pretty is that? And then For the flower centers, you can do matching like I did for these. And this is Moody Mauve gems on Moody Mauve flowers and boho blue on boho blue. Or you can do some contrast. So I got wild wheat there, and I'm going to put pebbled path. And I like the pebbled path because it kind of repeats that cake plate element. This also looks really great. I won't do all of it, but if you put the, what is this one called? Copper clay on there, so you can contrast or match. If you want them different from flower to flower, that's okay too. I am kind of persnickety for the same, so I'm going to do mine all with the pebbled path. You get a full pack of this 2023, 2025. No, these are 2022. Oh yeah, 2023, 2025 in color opaque. And I've done 2 sets of the cards and 3 card keepers, and still have lots of these beautiful dingles. There's our inside dingles. Yes, I did inside dingles. And then the last little touch is some Wink of Stella. And I did a tiny bit on the candle flames and then a little bit on my flower petals. It was tried for a very subtle effect here. It looks kind of nice with the shimmer that's in the opaque gems. Kind of like doves at a wedding. Nancy Clark says, yes, yes, yes. All right, let's see here. Look at you guys are talking to each other. Cliffy, I say we meet at Marisa's house, have some coffee and a cake. Call Desi and ask her to pick one up. She's having some visitors at her store because there's been some changes in management, right? And so she's like, Mom, I'm filling the cake case as fast as I can. I'm just going and going and going and hoping that by the time we get our visitors, you know, in the changing in management, the visitors, that the cake case will still be full. She's like, for the first time, I'm hoping nobody buys anything. You know, she really loves to decorate the cakes. And for those of you who don't know, my daughter Desi is a teacher, but she keeps a few shifts at our local Jewel, our grocery store, and she's a cake decorator there. So they've got new management coming to visit, and so she's like, I'm doing everything I can to get those cases full and keep them full. So I don't know if she'll bring us a cake this week. Divas has such a beautiful set, but you really have to like the person if you're going to gift it. This is for somebody who's not just card worthy, but is very card worthy. It's also really the idea of January Card Club was that our card club for cool people, crafters, would treat themselves to a beautiful crafting experience. You know, something where you could just dig in and play with layers and flowers. And then when you were done with the play, you'd have a beautiful set of cards that you could find very useful. So this one was kind of done in mind with that, you know, after you made all the cards, you might make yourself your own storage box for them. So this might be as a gift to self. Esmeralda says, February is my birthday month. I'm loving the mushroom card kit. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. You guys are excited about the mushrooms. I love that you're excited. When I chose that one, I'm like, I have to do this one because I love it. And just hope that everybody picks up what I'm putting down. Corinne says, how many cards will it hold? If you do very layered ones, like my cards, I'll have a card and then this 3D embossed layer and then designer series paper and then dimensionals on all the flowers. You can fit 6 and 6 envelopes pretty comfortable if you've got a lot of layers. But it's 1.25 inches deep. So you could probably fit 10 cards and envelopes if you have a few less layers, 3D embossing and dimensionals. You could probably fit upwards of 10 cards in that pocket. What stamp set for March Card Club I need to order? We're doing toadstools in February, dinos in March. The wishing, what is the name of that one? Hold on, I'm going to tell you. It's the whole yellow suite. I couldn't resist for April, that yellow suite. The bundle we're going to use is called Delightful Wishes Bundle. So toadstools, dinos, delightful wishes, and then for the sampler and sketch series, if you want to get in on our paper sampler, we've got links open right now for as long as Stampin' Up! Has supply of the cardstocks that are low inventory. If you want to get on the sampler series is Everyday You and Me, Darling Dinos, and Ocean Friends. And then we will probably do Ocean Friends in May for Card Club. So good time during celebration to get those orders and get the extra celebration products. Deirdre says, hello everyone, coming in late. I'm glad you're here. This one's showing the comments really good now. Why does it only sometimes? This box is a very clever one. Thank you, Mary. Let's see. Great tip on the notch. Oh, good. If you guys missed that one, check it out. There's a clean recorded video, just the project that's about to pop on YouTube as soon as we're done here and then on the blog. So if you want to just do the no chit chat, no corn pop talk, no nail polish talk, check out the YouTube video for this later. Let's see. I mean, come on, non-toxic nail polish. I can't help but talk about it a little bit. Thank you for your compliments, you guys. I'm having fun wearing polish again. Jen says this is lovely. Thank you. And love the dinos. Me too. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And there is so much stuff for making treat boxes with them. Oh, I can't even tell you. If you missed yesterday, we did the mushroom 2x2x2 2468 box. That's our challenge in the craft social. I found the mushroom stress balls. Look at that. That's what we need these days. My assistant's getting ready to go on maternity leave and we're trying to double up some of our work. So me and this stress ball have been pretty good friends. This is our challenge in the craft social. Get over there and let's see your 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes. You don't have to do 2x2x2. You don't have to do a lid. You don't have to do mushrooms. It's just the 2, 4, 6, 8 box, any configuration. So check out yesterday's content. Peggy said, looks good. Hi, it's been a while. Hi, Peggy. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Corinne, I think we might have answered your question. The Cake Celebrations is my feature bundle for that one. Let's see. I think we're good. I think I got you guys. Thank you for joining me today. Card Club for Cool People. I will add this project to the blog and then I will add a picture and a link to it in your online classroom. So Card Club has a private page that I call the online classroom that you can't access unless you're a Card Club member or you get the second chance content. And on that page, there's more pictures and the printable resources for the exclusive sketch. You know, if you want to pull those resources out without page numbers and stuff on them, it give you the resources. We'll get over there and do a update with the picture of the card keeper and a link to this. So grab this project sheet when it pops up because this is your matching bonus content for this month. All right, next month, toadstools. If you want to subscribe to Card Club for February, you've got to subscribe by the 5th. And if you want to join us for the paper sampler, Timeless Plaid and the Floral Delight are both on low inventory. So we're only holding open the links until whichever comes first. Though either one of those low inventory papers sells out and goes on stop sell, or Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to get in faster. I've already ordered. If you've paid me, I've already ordered another round. As they're coming in groups, I'm ordering them up right away. All right, you guys have a really, really great weekend. And I'll be back Friday again with the beginning of our sketch series for Paper Sampler folks. Nancy says, thanks for another fun Friday. You're so welcome. Elaine says the box is lovely. I'll be linking to the blog post as soon as we get it posted. Where it says project details below, we'll have a fresh link there that'll get you right to the... Jen says, how do I get there? How do you get where, Jen? Let me help you. I'm a Card Club member. What's the name of the private group? It's not a private group. It's a private page. And when you got your email, you got the PDF attached to the email and then a coupon code. You go into the store, you put the product in the cart, apply the coupon code, it says $0, you hit checkout, and then that page opens up for you in your account. Have you done that yet? If not, let me know if you need help. But there's a coupon code that helps you redeem that content that's behind a paywall just for Card Club members. Let's see here. Dina says, love the project. Thank you, Dina. I hope that you guys will make it. Share on the Craft Social if you try this box. Let's see here. Great project today. Thank you, Patty Weed. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. Jen says, thank you. You got it, Jen? Let me know if you need help, okay? We want to get you in that online classroom. Nancy says, I love having all my PDFs in one place on your website. That is the bonus of it's a little bit different system than I think some other demonstrators have, but that system means that you put in your username and your password and all your PDFs and all your online classrooms and everything is just right there under one website with one username and password. You don't have to download it and file it and save it and keep it. You just log in anytime. Of course, you can download everything and save it, but you can just also log in and have everything you've ever purchased all in one place. It is really nice. Okay, Jen says, yes, you've done that. Okay, so when you log in, scroll down, it'll say My Purchased Classes, and you'll see Cake Celebrations there. When you click it, it takes you to that private page, and nobody else can access that page on the blog. All right, you guys, have a really great weekend. I'm going to go clean up the mess and, maybe get a cup of coffee. That sounds good to me today. I don't know about cake, but I do have some coconut cookies. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next Friday. Bye, guys.